Hi, it's me again, Elaine from ElaineAquino.com, and welcome to another vlog episode of Beautiful Things and Memories, where we look at the beautiful things that happen in our lives even though things are a little messy. So speaking of being messy, this vlog is going to be about goal setting. When you're in the thick of that mess, right, you just want to set goals for yourself so that you're able to follow through on those goals, and so that you're able to get clear on what you really need to do at the moment. So I've linked below the blog post that this vlog is based on. This vlog is about things to consider when setting macro to micro goals. And the first step, or not really, it's not really a step, but the first concept that I discussed in this blog post was intentions for future you. In this section of the blog post, I ask you, who do you really aim to be, and who do you think is the highest version of you? I think it's widely discussed in the habit creating field. I don't know how you call it, but it's widely discussed that setting new habits is very dependent on the identity that you identify yourself with, the identity that you identify yourself, on your identity, how you identify yourself. So for example, if you identify yourself as someone who vlogs, who creates content, or who is a content creator, then your habits lead you to create content, to try to create content every day or as much as you can or regularly. In this first section, I try to introduce to you, because I'm also a graduate of nursing, so I like some of the concepts that I learned through my college years. And so I take you through a process called, or a concept called, Maslow's hierarchy of needs. I think you're already familiar with this. And the point of why I was bringing this up is that we all need to look at which bases that we've covered already in the pyramid that you see in the hierarchy of needs. So for example, the first base in the pyramid says physiological needs. So things like, are we even able to eat food or drink water or have shelter and clothing? Those things, the basic needs. And then it leads up to more things like safety and security, love and belongingness, until such point that you reach self-actualization. And the thing is, I mentioned this because when we think about the highest version of ourselves, we actually have to consider also if the bases below the self-actualization are covered. Sometimes you have to be practical about things. You can't just go after the life that we want if, for example, the bills aren't paid, or for example, you have no food on the table. Although I do believe in the law of attraction, that like attracts like, that if you believe things, it will manifest eventually in your life. But that is not the complete story of it all. It's lacking one thing, which is action. And in taking action and making sure that those bases are covered, you're able to proceed into the next level of you, wherein you're able to actualize the goals that you really want to accomplish in your life. Just try to remember that it's not about just transforming yourself to a specific kind of person, the kind of person that you want to become, but it's also about growth and understanding, and knowing that life isn't as linear. It's kind of complex. It's not just, a one-way street, as I've discussed before in my previous videos. The second part of the blog post was feeling into future you. And this is all about feeling all the feelings that you would feel if you were already successful into the present. I've also talked about this before, and I really like this exercise because it allows me to be more inspired in the work that I do. It allows me to think about why I'm doing this and who I'm doing this for. And of course, this is for multi-passionate content creators such as yourself, but also this is for everyone who wants to accomplish anything that they want in life, to feel the feelings of how it would be if they have already accomplished the goals that they want to accomplish in life, and to bring those feelings into the present so that when you do your action, you're more inspired, you're more motivated. Not really motivated, but you're inspired to take action that is aligned with your goals. And the number one thing that I would feel if I accomplished my goals would be abundance. But the thing is, you don't have to feel abundance when you're already successful, when you're already at the end point of your goals or your project. You can feel abundant right now. You can feel that you have everything you need right now, and you have everything you want right now. It's also about being grateful for what you have now and what you will have in the future. The last part of the blog post is about getting all your goals together. So this is finally the final countdown. This is the ultimate exercise in this goal setting series. It's about seeing the big picture and then knowing what micro tasks are involved every day, or perhaps every hour or every minute. Now that you have a vision of future you, of who you want to become, now that you can feel all the feelings that you'd like to feel and you've accomplished those goals, it's now about going into the micro details of the tasks that you need to do. And the first thing is to also know the roles that kind of identity or that kind of person would be fulfilling. For example, if I wanted to be a content creator, one of the roles would be to create content and to try to create content regularly and to try to share those content regularly. After listing down the roles of future you, we are now going to, next to each role, list down the big tasks that you would have to do to be that kind of person. Like, for example, I would like to create content for at least 2 to 3 years regularly every week on YouTube. So that's a big task. We're now going to the next step, which is for each big task, we have to list down all the micro tasks that you have to do every day in order to get there. So for example, for me, my system is that I try to create videos within the week before I publish the videos, and so I'll just schedule it every week after that. And yeah, that's one of the examples of setting tasks or setting goals from the macro to the micro. So you could do that as well in your own journey. So there are times also when we're trying to create that we sometimes feel like we're not motivated. Like this afternoon, I felt so unmotivated to work on this content that I'm trying to create. And the thing is, it's not just about motivation, it's not just about inspiration, it's also about discipline. It's also about changing your mindset around things, knowing that even if you feel something, it doesn't have to mean anything. It doesn't have to mean anything. Feelings are just there. They're just like a compass as to where you should be going in your life. It's like when you use your intuition in order to accomplish tasks, right? But the thing is, it's not just about feelings. You also have a mind, and you also have the opportunity to think for yourself. And for me, the right thing was to create this vlog or these vlogs. And so in these cases, you just have to remember the future you that you want to be. Like, for example, if you envision yourself as a content creator and you feel into those feelings right now, you'll be much more motivated, or I really love the term motivated because I don't know what other term I could use besides that. For lack of a better word, it inspires you to actually do the things. As multi-passionates, it's very important that we are setting goals in a way that works for us. Because when you set goals, you have a vision of who you want to become. Although you're not 100% clear, you have an idea of what you want to accomplish. You have an idea of the path that it takes to get there. It all starts with the idea that this is the path that you want to pursue, and this is the path that you want to go through. And yeah, so I'm so glad that I decided to vlog today or this afternoon, even though it's rainy outside and it's so cloudy that I have to use this ring light for this vlog. And I'm so glad that you're here, and I'm so glad that you've reached this point. Hope to see you again in the next vlog. Take care.